Oh.
Hello!
Hello!
Welcome, tribe! I'm very excited and super honored to bring you the amazing Debbie today. So thank you so much for joining. She has very much to share. So thank you for joining MOON.RISE, Debbie. I'm super happy. Yes.
Thank you.
So Debbie is an amazing multidimensional healer, and she will tell you more about it. And she does a wide range of amazing work. She's also a space holder. She's doing moon circles, and I can't even explain everything. So would you like to share a little bit more about what you're doing?
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Oh, where do I start? I find it really difficult to put into a few sentences what I do. I think as well because I hit the energy of it, and it's multidimensional. I work with people, either one-to-one sessions or in groups, and I work with the energy bodies. I work with past lives, soul contracts, really helping them connect in, live soul-led lives, and to clear any blocks that are really causing a distortion in their energy field that really and there's a lot of that around at the moment, where people are doing everything the right, but they're still chasing their tail, they're still hitting a wall. So whenever I hear that someone, it's always one step forward, two steps back, they're chasing their tail, I always know that there's something energetic that's blocking them. So yeah, people come, and it's such an expansive variety of healing. I do Reiki and crystal healing, but it's more than that as well. They're kind of the core start. But she's also my Reiki master. It was the most amazing experience. Can highly recommend Debbie. Yes, she's an amazing Reiki master. So even with the Reiki, what I really got to a point with my Reiki journey that I was connecting with something that wasn't the highest vibration, and it was a collective energy field within the Reiki consciousness that I think has evolved through very fast learning, not grounding the energy. It was almost like there was a lower astral energy. So I stopped working with it for a couple of years, and then I kept getting people wanting attunements and wanting healings. So I just meditated. I just said, I want to work with this energy, but not that energy, not this muddy energy that I was feeling in my, when I connected, but also with other people. And I went straight back. I went straight back to Dr. Yasui, then I went back to Tibet, to the Medicine Buddha energy, and then I went right back in the meditation to Lemuria. And it was like, of course, Reiki's Lemurian. Of course it is. Amazing. And that was a few years ago now. So every healing and every attunement I do, we go right back to the original intent of the Reiki ray, which is the Lemurian light temples. And it's incredibly powerful. And it's such incredibly powerful. Such a beautiful energy. So yes, so that's been my path with crystals as well. And really connecting and bringing people together. That was my guidance, to help people find their tribe. Yes. Which we've spoken about, haven't we? Exactly, yes. We had so amazing conversations and interesting conversations, and I always feel like you're bringing such interesting things to my awareness. So yeah, so it would be very interesting also, I think, for everyone on MOON.RISE, if you could share a little bit about what do you want to focus on, where do you really see the essence of your work, what you can do. When Simona asked me to come onto Moon Tribe, she said, just think about what you want to talk about, and it was like, finding your tribe.
Yeah.
Because Moon Tribe and MOON.RISE is all about tribe.
Yeah.
So I've had such an amazing journey with that myself, because I was looking for my tribe, I was looking for my people, and I was looking for them. I go to workshops looking for them, and they weren't there. But what I realised was I received so many teachings about our soul groups and our tribes, and we incarnate with our soul group, but they can be all over the earth. So a large amount of them will be here in bodies, but then also you've got the collective soul group, which is in spirit. And it's so everyone is part of a geometry of light, but you're all one. So my teaching from spirit, plus also sort of synchronicities and things that kept coming in to show me that this was real and true, was that your soul group are all over the earth, but you are one energy, you're one soul. So even in your life, you are exactly where you're meant to be. The people you meet are the people you're exactly meant to meet. And there can't be any mistakes, because you're working as one. And we were talking earlier about, you can kind of tell when you meet someone from your soul group, because there's this just immense knowing and this energy between you that is beyond this world and beyond this lifetime. But also to not get caught up in, I've met a member of my tribe, whether it's a lover, a friend, a colleague, and think that that's it for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
You're together, because soul groups and soul families come in to activate each other and deliver keys.
Wow, yes.
So you might meet one of the most important, most powerful members of your soul group on a train. You might sit next to each other. You might exchange keys through your aura, and then you get off at different stations and never see each other again. So we have to be, once we start to live knowing that we're part of one collective soul group, which ultimately is part of many soul groups that are part of the one. So there's lots of levels of truth to this as well, lots of perspectives. For me, when I learnt that, it was a game changer. It changed everything, because I knew I couldn't be in the wrong place doing the wrong thing.
Yes. What a relief, what a, sense of safety.
But also, if things were going wrong, they were part of either a soul learning, but very, very often you're just clearing out the collective field. So even things like arguments or high emotions, whatever the high emotion is, what you're doing is you're returning to that in this body as part of your soul group. So literally you're the channel for this collective energy to be brought up into the collective, in the physical, and expressed. So I think that's why there's so much happening at the moment with people in their lives. Things are quite explosive, quite full on.
Yes.
But it's because the energy is getting faster and faster, and we're clearing faster and faster. So
that's how it feels like. We talked quite a bit about it, isn't it? There's this big shift.
Massive,
and I feel like that's also what MOON.RISE is about. So it's kind of about this whole collective rising, and it's also a lot about collaborating and supporting each other. So it's a very exciting time, and you were saying as well.
Yeah, we spoke earlier about community and how we're feeling. Even this year there's a shift.
Yes.
Whereas maybe working, co-creating together, even before, all of us still had quite blocks, quite fear of really opening ourselves up and being vulnerable. But something even in the last few weeks has shifted, and that want for community and to share and to co-create completely unconditionally. And that we can really open and be vulnerable, and that we're held by our soul group, because all of us, have had these where we've opened our hearts, and then it's been, say, not honoured.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, those wounds I think are just releasing.
Yes, that makes sense.
And another thing, you know, I think with so many people that are waking up, is the need or the habit to clear. We're in clearing the old, releasing and releasing and releasing, and we all do it. And all of a sudden, it's like, why don't we just turn around and welcome in the new?
Yes.
And it was what a friend said to me this week, and my friend said it to me, and it's like, of course, let's stop just clearing, because in a way we're keeping ourselves down and closed, and the clearing can be so intense that we're shutting ourselves down just because it's so traumatic. Well, why don't we just turn and welcome in the new and see the divine in everyone and everything, and even if we don't feel safe initially, just pretend, just pretend, like I'm gonna honor the divinity in me, and I know that I'm always safe. And it's amazing what happens when you let go on that level, and when you believe you're safe, and you believe that everything happens for the ease of passage through life. Then it happens. You create it, and that's the thing. That's been a big thing for me this week, is about being a conscious creator, and really seeing the beauty in everything, the divinity in everything, but also letting go of any wisps of fear, of not feeling safe, feeling that we need to improve or get better. Even as a healer, you don't heal people. You hold space for them, and you hold that heart frequency, and then they come into that heart frequency, and it activates their own healing ability, but also it opens their conscious. So when people come for healing, the frequency raises their vibration, so they can hear and they can understand and get clear.
It's such a powerful teaching, Debbie.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wow, I never saw it so clearly.
And also that all of us are healers. Like, all of us, doesn't matter who we are and where we are in our path, that just holding heart space for your brother, your sister, your children, your partner, your boss, whoever, just hold that heart space for them. Don't judge, just see the divine in them. And we've all read this in books. This is like this is teaching's been thousands of years worth of teaching about being in your heart and respect and honouring. But actually, for me, it changed when I realised that your quantum field, when you're in your heart, you activate that love frequency through your quantum field. Yes. And then when you are with someone, you are a quantum field of love.
Really?
And then they're in it, so you activate them so they can come back into their heart and they can release and heal. So even just holding a beautiful, unconditional space for anyone in your life and yourself.
Yes.
Is a massive quantum shift.
Wow, I never knew that this is how it works.
Yeah.
Because I can feel sometimes from the heart when I open it, kind of starts to work in the whole field, and it definitely starts to affect the other person. And but I didn't realize it's actually the whole quantum field.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So like when you walk into a class to teach, you know, on one level, everyone's coming for a yoga class, but actually also their soul group, and they're coming for an activation of your heart light. So the keys and the frequencies that you hold are part of the keys and the frequencies they need to awaken. And I think that's the thing, like, we're all key holders in different ways, but unless we know it, we can seem like life's really chucking us in really random directions, and you know, your life might completely dissolve and collapse because you're meant to travel or you're meant to go and live somewhere else, and you wouldn't allow yourself the space to move. that your life doesn't have to fall apart for change, that we can manifest the shifts that we need to make with love and ease and grace and beauty. And it's a mindset as well that this, you know, our spiritual growth has to be shattering.
Exactly.
You know, we might go through shattering experiences, but when we're really anchored in our hearts and trust, then they don't have to be shattering emotionally. It can be really a beautiful
light, yes.
Yeah, a light transition.
We even talked about it earlier. There's this limiting beliefs, that we can just break through, and then things can actually be much easier on a higher vibration. Doesn't have to feel so heavy. We can just like
enjoy. We're meant to enjoy life and have fun and
love it
and connect and with, you know, with soul groups and connecting with your tribe. You have what I call it's your seed call. There's like a seed of light within you that is part of your oneness with your soul group, and at a certain point in your life it activates, and that's what wakes you up. But also it is a frequency, so all of your soul group can hear you, they can connect with you. So you're doing it in your dream time especially, but you're doing it on a telepathic level. So that's the thing. It's like when we get maybe guided to go to Bali, or guided to move to a certain place, or guided to have coffee in a certain place. Don't negate anything, because it's your soul sat nav taking you to where you need to go to either anchor light, either drop keys or receive keys, or both.
Wow, that's incredible.
So
that's so powerful.